Are you tired of having to find that one clip that would fit so perfectly in your project? Well, boy, do I have the solution for you. Power bins. Power bins are like a universal media pool for all of your projects. For example, let's say you're working in project A and put a clip in your power bin. If you open project B, then that same clip will still be in the power bin. Basically, if there's a clip you use a lot, you can just place it in your power bins. That way you don't have to constantly find it in your files every time you want to use it in other projects. If you're looking for your power bin section, it should be located right here in this area of the media pool. However, if you don't see it, don't panic. Just go up to these three dots, press them, go to the button that says show power bins, then press it to make sure that it's checked. Once you do this, you should see the power bins in the media pool section. Looking at the power bin section, you can see that there are drop down menus where you can add and create new bins as you please. For the sake of the video, I'm going to create one called example, but you might name yours differently depending on what you're going to put in it. Alright, so I'm going to use this clip right here as an example. Let's say I wanted to save it to a power bin. So what do? Just click and drag it into your power bin, and you should see it pop up in the power bin you placed it in. So if we delete the original one off the timeline and we want to add it back, we'll just click and drag and place it back onto the timeline. If it doesn't let you put the clip back like it is here, all you have to do is switch to a different page and then go back to your editing page, and it should let you drop it in like normal. And we can see that the clip is as good as new. There are a few problems with power bins though. For starters, power bins won't save Eclipse, Fusion, or color grade effects. Power bins will also not save multicam, compound clips, fusion clips, or timelines. So make sure any clips you plan on saving are standalone and unedited clips. Alright, so using the same clip as an example, I'm going to go to the Fusion page, and I'm just going to quickly add in a rectangle to show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to quickly grab and connect my merge node. Now we see the rectangle directly on the cat. So I'm just going to go back to the editing page, and we can see that the rectangle is still on the cat. I'm going to drag this edited clip into my power bin. Then I'm going to delete the original off the timeline. So if I drag this clip back onto the timeline, we can see that there is no longer a rectangle on the cat's face. There are two ways I would use to go around this. The first being adjustment clips, and the second being fusion composition clips.
Oh, okay.
In order to get an adjustment clip, first we just go to our effects and drag in an adjustment clip. So any effects we want to transfer into the power bin, we'll just make those edits on the adjustment clip itself. When you make these effects on the adjustment clip, it actually does transfer over into the clip in the power bin. So if I head over to the Fusion page, I'm just going to throw on another rectangle to show you what I mean. We can see that I'm clearly editing on the adjustment clip. So I'm just going to throw in my rectangle. So we can see the rectangle completely covering the cat. I'm actually just going to make this a little smaller so we can actually see the clip behind it. I left the rectangle on the cat's paw, and just so you can see that's on the adjustment clip, I'm going to trim this down, and boom, we can see the rectangle is on the adjustment clip. So if I drag this into the power bin, and then come back and delete the original clip, I'm going to drag the adjustment clip back onto the timeline from the power bin. And once we do that, we can see that the rectangle is back on the cat. Let's say you don't want to use an adjustment clip because obviously it'll affect all the clips under it. Instead, you can use a fusion composition, which will allow you to make more customizations and choose which clips are affected. That brings us to method 2. To make a fusion composition, just open your effects library, come down to this drop down that says effects, and right here next to the adjustment clip, you should drag in the fusion composition. To apply all the effects to one clip, we're going to open this fusion composition in the Fusion page. And here we can see there's only a media out. So we're going to come up to our media pool and drag in our media in, which is the cat. Then we're just going to connect it to the media out, and we should see the cat on the second window. For the sake of continuity, I'm going to add another rectangle on this cat through Fusion. So the media 1, which is just the cat, on the left, and the media out is with the rectangle, which is on the right. If you want to apply any other effects or animation to the clip, it's better to do it here because you can choose which clips are affected. In this way, not every clip on your timeline is affected. So if we go back to the edit page, I'm actually going to delete the original video of the cat we had. And we can see that we're left with the fusion composition, which has the cat and rectangle on it. So I'm going to come up to my power bin, the same one I made earlier. I'm going to drag the fusion composition in, and we can see that it's right there next to the adjustment clip. I'm going to delete the original one off our timeline. Now if I drag back the fusion composition, we can see that the cat and the rectangle are still there. Between adjustment clips and fusion compositions, I'd say it's better to use fusion compositions because of the versatility they offer as opposed to adjustment clips. In conclusion, power bins are good. They make your workflow much faster and give you an easier time, so be sure to use them. That's the end of the video, everyone. I hope you learned something to make your editing a little bit faster, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more.